Hello everybody and welcome back to the park. And for those of you joining us for the first time, you missed the pilot episode, go back and check episode 1. Anyways, from where we left off, for some odd reason we're back here just outside the bumper cars area. I'm not sure as to why. What is that? I'll go check out the bumper cars in a minute. I want to see what's back here. Oh. Okay. I thought Chad the Chipmunk was ugly. Oh, looks like I missed something. I knew that was just sparking light. Is there a way to get in there? Door. Can't open it. Alright, let's see what we got here. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their day standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. Okay, so Chad's real name is Steve. Good to know. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was just a laugh. Steve was the local lush as Chad, the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot as Atlantic Island Park. At Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Okay, it's a little creepy. But then I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained, discreetly, to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seemed to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the Psychoil station. Because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. Eye-fucking me. Whatever he was doing. Okay. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Chad, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. I feel kind of sorry for her. I mean, that would freak anybody out. Oh well. Oh shit! Oh! God! Oh! Okay. I think my pulse just went up for a second there. Walking away, running. I should not have gone back.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Okay. This is actually where we had left off last time, and we saw as she had a little flashback of. Okay, you'll see. I just saw Chad. And he was right over there. Moving away now. Very far away. I'm not even trying this. Right. Oh. What is that? Okay, everything else is off. Why is that one on? Alright. Guess we know the story here. Accident reports again. Francis Dufresne, 25th of October, 1976. Whoa. We're back in the 70s. Laborers work on the crane. Richard Stapleton, supervisor. Lawrence Creed, Michael Edgeworth as witnesses. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Oh. Rip Francis. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with a urine sample. Double-checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. That's what could have been done to prevent this accident. Right. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Additional comments. The local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. Trust me, I'm right there with you. Exorcise the demon. What? Oh, don't. No. No, 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 no. No. I can't move. No. I can move again. $10 says that it was Chad. Stop freaking out so we can run away from the chipmunk. He's not of the happy singing variety. So I can be right there with you. I'd be freaked out too.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window.
How nice.
I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment.
Of course.
He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just get some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, "Yes, Sheriff."
That might have been the wiser choice. I swear I keep hearing something.
Callum, where did you go?
Oh, why do I hear crying baby?
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
Whoa! That funhouse stuff again. I didn't notice the first time, but wouldn't you know it, somebody took notice of it and asked me why I didn't mention it before. You can actually see that up here at the top left-hand corner of the screen right now. Let's take a look at that. It did that over at the Octotron, that's what they were calling it. And that's when that thing showed up. When I was on a ride. And why do I keep hearing a crying baby? That's not making me comfortable. Continually delayed by the competence of the builders, the problem is that they are locals and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, these fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Yeah, I would too. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. Then why would you choose it? You are bonkers. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Alright, I don't see anything in there, but I am hearing some really creepy noises. So
Callum? Callum!
oh, ghost baby. Maybe I can get a better view from the top of the Ferris wheel. I can slow it down enough to climb in. See where Callum is. Okay. Let me on. Alright, here we go. I don't see how you can sit there so calmly. Is there even a seatbelt on you? Nice view. I can appreciate the graphics in the park. I mean, the view is actually
People
altering
come into your life for
the
a
higher
reason.
you go.
Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk.
It's the Octotron.
He talked and laughed and eventually kissed.
No sign of Callum.
It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale.
As it should.
I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died.
You're also a very cheap
According to
date.
the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Okay, I get it. You've had a bit of a hard life. But you also bedded a guy after seeing him for, what, a week? If that. Alright, let's get off this loony bin. I don't see anything. Miss NFC. Mr. Phantom? Nice top hat. At least you're classy. I didn't see Callum anywhere. And that thing's gone again. Bet you that's what killed Dawn. What do we got here?
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
State of Fair Rides Inspection. September 22nd, 1980. Inspection result: unsafe. Close the park. Good call. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction. I'm nervous because I feel like as soon as I drop this report, something's going to pop out at me again. The base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here's a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. Ow. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel, one of those being Dawn. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors, and I'm going to go in there later too, aren't I? And that's since its construction. And 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidences mean that it is in my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. Signed, David Walsh. Oh, good. Whew, okay. Let's get out of here. Let's see where we are on this map. Alright, Ferris wheel, the bumper cars, the Octotron, House of Horrors we're not going into. Tunnel of Tales we did. Sideshow Alley. Haven't been there yet. And the roller coaster is off in that direction. See if we can get Callum to talk.
Stay where you are!
Right. Okay, guess what, everybody? I'm calling it a night. So, if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below, subscribe for more, and comment below. Looking forward to seeing you with the next scare in this nightmare. Bye-bye.